Meghan and Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have faced scrutiny from the public and the royal family for what seems like forever. After announcing in early 2020 that they would be stepping back from the royal family, there has been more drama, rumor, scrutiny, and gossip than ever before. Now the young family is forging their own path and sharing details from their life on the inside, so to speak, as they sat down with Oprah Winfrey for an exclusive interview. There was a lot to learn from them, so let's go over the top 10 royal secrets exposed by Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. At number 10, cut off. Imagine living on a royal salary for your entire life, then having it taken away in the blink of an eye. Well, that's what Harry experienced in early 2020. Just shortly after announcing they would be taking a step back from the royal family, Harry was financially cut off from his family. The damage was done within the first quarter of 2020, meaning that the royals cut Harry off at the first chance they had. Originally, news sources reported that something like this would happen after Meghan and Harry faced their royal review, where they officially cut ties with the royal family, meaning that at this time they would no longer be supported financially, nor be able to receive any other royal benefits like security from the public. During the interview with Oprah, Harry said that since the first quarter of 2020, they've been living off Harry's inheritance from his mother, Diana, saying, quote, "I've got all my mom left me, and without that, we would not have been able to do this. She saw it coming, and I certainly felt her presence throughout this entire process." It looks like Harry and Meghan have been on their own for longer than we thought. At number 9, trapped. During their interview, Harry also opened up about his feelings about the royal family and how he realized that he was trapped. Harry opened up saying that if it weren't for Meghan, he wouldn't have left the royal family because he was trapped and didn't see a way out. Meghan was essentially his saving grace because she gave him the excuse he was looking for to leave the royals behind. When he said he felt trapped, it actually surprised Oprah because she didn't expect him to feel this way, judging by the fact that this was his family, but really, Harry had a negative experience and it was all hidden behind a smile. Speaking further on the subject, Harry said, quote, "No matter who you are in the family, no matter what's going on in your personal life, no matter what's just happened, if the bikes roll up and the car rolls up, you've got to get dressed, you've got to get in there, wipe the tears away, shake off whatever you're thinking about, and you've got to get on your A game." This pretty much goes against what a lot of people thought of the situation, being that Meghan was the one who orchestrated their decision to step back because Harry wanted to leave just as badly. Before I continue on with the list, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far because it really helps us out a lot. At number 8, royal curtsy. During their interview, Meghan also opened up about the first time she met the Queen. It was an unplanned moment as they were originally going to meet Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Harry found out that his grandmother, the Queen, was going to be at Prince Andrew's home as well, and so he scrambled to prepare Meghan for this important introduction. Harry then asked Meghan if she knew how to curtsy, and she was shocked. Meghan didn't know how to, and she thought that curtsying was for outdoors, saying, quote, "I thought that was part of the fanfare. I didn't know that's what happened on the inside." Meghan recalled that this was the first moment that she realized that things weren't going to be as easy being with someone in the royal family. She then remarked that they practiced her curtsy just before going in to meet the Queen. It's a silly story that also says a lot about how serious things are in the family, like having to curtsy for your future in-law. At number 7, flower girl. Weddings are almost always full of stress and drama. I mean, I haven't been to many weddings, but from what I recall, preparations are the worst part of the whole thing. Now, mind you, that is for a normal person's special day, so imagine how stressful it must be to prepare for a royal wedding. Meghan and Harry's wedding was so wild and stressful that Meghan actually cried because of it, specifically because of drama surrounding Princess Charlotte's flower girl dress. Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Meghan's sister-in-law made Meghan cry the week of her wedding, even though it was reported the other way around. News sources published a pretty damaging rumor saying that Meghan brought Kate to tears over her daughter's flower girl dress. In her interview with Oprah, Meghan had to set the record straight that Meghan was the one who was hurt in that situation, but that Kate also apologized to her, writing her an apology letter and sending her flowers as well. At number 6, baby girl. Of course, during this interview, they also had to talk about their growing family. Meghan and Harry announced in early February that they were expecting another child. This announcement came after Meghan opened up in late November about how she suffered a miscarriage in July. Now the couple is sharing more news about their new baby, announcing that they're having a little girl. They're overjoyed, saying, quote, "To have any child, any one or any two would have been amazing, but to have a boy and then a girl, what more could you ask for? Now we've got our family. We've got the 4 of us, our 2 dogs." Also on the topic of their growing family, the couple also said that after their new daughter, they'll be done having kids, saying that 2 is enough for them. At number 5, Prince Charles. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from the royal family wasn't welcomed by all. Many news sources criticized their decision, and many of them reported that this was a surprise to the royal family as well, as people said that they blindsided the Queen with their announcement, but according to Harry, that was far from true. Harry said that over a 2-year period, he had conversation about his and Meghan's departure from the royal family. Harry said that he had 3 conversations about it with his grandmother and 2 conversations with his father. Eventually, Harry's dad, Prince Charles, stopped taking Harry's phone calls. He believed it's because he started taking matters into his own hands, and his father didn't like that. But Harry said that this needed to be done, saying, quote, "I needed to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's gotten to this point, but I've got to do something for my mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed." Their departure from the royal family created a lot of tension, but from what they've said about their decision to leave, I don't think they would have changed anything. At number 4, silenced. Anyone who knows Meghan Markle knows that she's an outspoken person. She stands up for what she believes in, and she uses her voice to advocate for herself and others. So to see that she spent a long time in silence, people wondered if this was her choice or if she was being forced to stay quiet. During their interview, Meghan said that she was being silenced by the royals. Meghan spoke out about how she's always valued her independence and how she's always been outspoken about women's rights, saying how ironic it is that she was being silenced even though she's advocated for women using their voices. From the moment their relationship went public, Meghan was given clear instructions to always say no comment, and that those close to her were also told the same thing. She also said that the idea that the royals were protecting her quickly faded once she and Harry were married, saying, quote, "That was hard to reconcile because it was only once we were married and everything started to worsen that I came to understand that not only was I not being protected, but they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family. They weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband." Though it's taken a while, at least Meghan is now free to speak her truth. At number 3, mental health. After hearing Meghan and Harry open up about their grievances with the royal family, it's understandable that they would feel the effects of this family stress on different levels. For Meghan, things were especially hard for her, as during her interview, she shared how her mental health was deeply affected. Meghan opened up saying that she contemplated taking her own life. Shortly after marrying Harry and settling into their new life, the pressures of the media and the harsh scrutiny she was facing took a big toll on her, as she said, quote, "I just didn't want to be alive anymore. That was a clear and real and frightening and constant thought," end quote. Meghan also said that she spoke to another senior member of the royal family about seeking help, and they advised against it, saying that doing so would reflect badly on the royal family. Meghan felt lost, hopeless, and trapped, but she needed to open up about her thoughts, so she turned to her husband for comfort, saying, quote, "I was ashamed to say it at the time and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, but I knew that if I didn't say it, then I would do it." At number 2, baby Archie. Before Meghan and Harry's son Archie was born, there were reportedly concerns over what he would look like, mainly his skin. Harry and Meghan opened up about the many concerns and conversations they had with members of the royal family over how dark Archie's skin would be. Meghan said that members of the royal family would approach Harry about what that would mean or look like if their son had dark skin. They refused to name those who expressed these concerns, but this all brings more attention to the discrimination that Meghan and Archie have faced. These concerns were also being raised at the same time that the royals announced that Archie would not be given security nor a royal title, and one has to wonder if that was an intentional decision. Now, I'm not going to put my personal thoughts onto this specific matter, but I will say that this is incredibly hurtful and makes me really mad to hear. I, like Meghan, am biracial, and to hear that her child was already facing colorism because she is half black is so disgusting. Finally, number 1, secret wedding. Meghan also opened up about her marriage to Prince Harry, saying that she naively entered the royal marriage. Meghan said that it wasn't something that she thought of or researched. Their wedding was a grand occasion that Meghan wasn't expecting, so in an effort to bring things back down to basics, she and Harry actually got married in secret 3 days before their big televised wedding. Meghan told Oprah that 3 days before their wedding, she and Harry contacted the Archbishop of Canterbury, and he performed a small ceremony in the couple's backyard because the grand televised wedding was, quote, more for everybody else. They got to take a moment for themselves to make a special moment out of a chaotic mess, and I love that for them. Meghan Markle continued the American tradition of destroying the British monarchy by spilling tea, and I'm here for it. Now I want you guys to let me know what you think of Meghan and Harry's decision to leave the royal family. After learning what things were like in the royal family, especially for Meghan, I'm glad they made the decision to leave that toxicity behind, but what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments. Anyway, I've been your host, Bree Room, and until next time, stay safe, make good choices, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.